I think we need some butter commercial music.
Oh,
It's
okay.
well for comedy royalty and for statements from the office of the 45th president. But in this case, it is for it is for Emmy-winning comedy legend Louie Anderson.
Yeah.
Good morning, Louie.
Hi, Seb. How are you?
I don't know if you remember. I talked to you. You were sitting on the curb on my street a couple years
What?
ago. You're visiting
Say
your
that
friend.
again?
You were visiting your friend, and I was walking by, and I was like, "Oh my God, Louie, hi!" You were visiting your friend.
Oh, that's right. God. Oh, my God. That was a while ago.
And I think I asked you to come on the show, and you're 2 years late, but I'm so happy you're here.
Aw, yay.
You know, Stephanie, that isn't true. I always say yes.
Aw.
I know. You are the nicest man. I've only had the opportunity to meet you a couple times, but I'm so excited. You have a special coming out, Louie, live from Vegas, this Saturday, June 12th on Rush Tix. It is virtual, but there's a live audience also, right? Because I've been doing my virtual comedy tour, and we're talking about when we go back live. Explain this. It's kind of a hybrid, right? You're going to have a live audience.
Yeah. I'm going to have a live audience in my living room, which is amazing.
Wow.
Because I really wanted to have a double whammy with this. I wanted to, some great fans of mine and people worked hard for me and just people I really like. I said, come on, you're all vaxxed up, I'm all vaxxed up. Let's do it. And then also, all these people all over the country, my sisters, I haven't been able to see them. I send them, but they're gonna watch it. All my family all over the country, and then all my fans. And I've been working really hard on the material, and it's a brand new experience. And when you're my age and you get a brand new experience, it's pretty good.
Well, I'm not sure you're aware, but Comedy Central has named you one of the 100 greatest stand-up comedians of all time.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I would say top 10, but listen, let's not quibble. I fell in love with you from the very first moment I saw you. Your first joke, was it on Tonight Show when you said, "I'm sorry, I'm sweating, but if I don't, I'll explode"?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I was in love with you from then.
I had a lot of fun. That was so much fun.
But now,
Yeah,
Louie, we have all the youngins here. Sean over here is in his 30s. Is like, "Oh my God, I love baskets," and you just keep Zach Galifianakis. I can't say his last name. You know who I mean, right? Baskets. Won an Emmy for that. Of course, your Emmy-winning series, Life with Louie, based on your own childhood. But can I tell you where you're touching me the most lately? My mom, Louie, is 98 and has Alzheimer's, and I'm going to visit her in 3 weeks. And your book, Hey Mom, the way you play her and the way you talk about her, it's so funny, but it's also so makes me cry. Like and you literally you talk about don't wait until it's too late like I did. Talk a little bit about that and about your mom.
I mean, I think what happens is we forget to become friends with our parents. We put them in this certain category. We don't feel like we can talk to them. I wish I would have asked my mom, what did you want to be? What would you become if you didn't raise all of us?
Yeah.
Who did you want to be? What was your dream? And then second, I'd ask her, why Dad? Jesus. But those kind of things. I mean, I would ask her that. And then, she was such a funny person. She lived a great life. She had 11 children. And she put up with my dad, but she was a tough human being, but the kindest, most empathetic, full of humanity, and that's where I got the character Christine Vasquez, straight from my mom.
Yeah. That actually, it's been called channeling. It's which is why I'm sure you got an Emmy. You're not just playing her. Her name, Aura Zella Anderson, right?
Zella.
And you've been talking, of course, in your stand-up for years about her. But again, this touched me because I lost my dad, Louie, when I was 21. She died before seeing you reach your greatest heights, culminating in this role where that she inspired. And I just love this. You say, "Hey, Mom," is your way of catching your mom up on your triumphs, your disappointments, your continuing challenges in life. I mean, I have to say, you must actually feel her with you or in you almost, right?
Yeah, and I always tell people, if you can no longer connect with your mom, write the letters, whether you send them or not. write the feelings, whether you use them or not. Write it all down. Get it out of you. Get those things down there and put them down on paper or in your computer, wherever you want. You won't regret it. Those things come. They're very therapeutic. And if you have a chance to talk to your mom, if you have a chance to become friends with your mom, you got to start out by going to lunch more, spending more time with the people. You can't just come in and go, I want to know everything right now.
Yeah. I can't wait to read your book because I've read, just about it and excerpts, Louie, but it's so funny. I was doing this prep yesterday and I call my mom every day. And yesterday I didn't. I was busy, whatever, right? And I thought, it's so funny. I realized I had a dream about that she died the one day I didn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't able to call her. And I thought, you just never sort of outrun that, as you talk about, you say, I hope after you read this book, you'll write or call your own mom. Don't wait like I did. I mean, it's amazing how we never.
That's a great line, Stephanie. You never outrun that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, But you do have a chance to turn around and face all those things that you can. And what you can, you can. What you can't, you can't. But you gave it a shot. It'll make you a better, happier, more grounded person, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's like we all go on. We've all dealt with grief and we go on. But I think it is that you only have one mom and one dad, right? That you just can't fill that hole again. You go on with your life and you have friends and loves and whatever you have, right? But it is that hole you can't ever fill, right?
Yeah, I'm really glad I got to play that part. It healed a big part of me. It helped a lot of people out there who fell in love with Christine. Mm-hmm. There isn't a day that goes by that Christine fans don't write me and say, can Christine be my mom?
Aww.
And I go, yeah. I write them back, of course. She'd love another kid.
You grew up, Louie, in Minnesota, right? I don't know if you were a religious family, and I'm not. I mean, I grew up Catholic. I'm not really religious now, but, the one thing people always say to me is your dad sees you. Like, he sees you. And is that just the happy clappy in me? But, like, I feel like your mom has to see you. She has to, because this is such a love letter to her, your characters and your book.
I think we're connected. I think we're so muddled up with worry and trouble that we don't see the connections. But I feel those people around me all the time. I've been visited a few times by spirits, and a while ago, somebody sat down on the edge of my bed. It was in the middle of the night, and it was I don't know if it was my brother or my dad. His back was to me, and he had that old time T-shirt on that my dad used to wear, the straps, and then his boxer shorts, and it looked like he was rolling the cigarette. My dad used to roll his own cigarette. So it was like, I think that's my dad. And it was just, like, I didn't get upset. I got very peaceful, and I just let it play out, and he never looked back, and I felt, I don't know, it was such a big connection. And I try to just feel those things, and, people go, oh, you did not. And I go, why would I make that up? Yeah. Why would I make something like that? Whether I manifested it or whether it happened, what difference does it make?
That's right. No, that's right. Louie, this is just speaking of death and whatever, which is the thing you want to talk to comedians about. But just this year, this year and a half of just lockdown and death and whatever. What kind of stuff are you talking about in, Louie Live from Vegas this Saturday? I mean, what sort of,
Well, I'm talking about, listen, first of all, I'm talking about how happy my mom would be because my hands are so clean. And
finally,
I wish she were alive because she'd be making food all the time, 24/7. Would you like to try some of these? And then I'm talking about Uber Eats, and I'm talking about DoorDash, and I'm talking about what I watched, and Dogecoin, and Bitcoin, and 2Bitcoin, and growing up, and I'm talking a whole bit about what if my parents were alive today? How would they react to all that's going on? And so I'm going to be doing that. I really feel a huge connection to this special. I really feel like, I'm wiser and smarter and trying to be funnier. That's what I try to do now.
You can't get funnier. A wormhole in the universe would open if you got funnier. It's not
I
possible.
get those movies.
No.
Louie, thanks so much for taking time. I know you got a bazillion other interviews. We got to let you go, but it is Louie live from Las Vegas. We've linked to how to get tickets at all of our social medias as well. Louie, thanks so much. Can't wait to see you in studio or on my curbside sometime.
I would love it.
Okay.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
All right.